Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. TammyTalks here. Let's talk pop culture news, entertainment news, headline news. Let's talk all of that in volume 3 of Look at This Here. Alright? So if you're brand new to the channel, I break down TV shows and pop culture one video at a time. If you enjoy any of that by the end of this video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and then talk amongst yourselves down in the comment section below. Alright? So let's start with a Jamie Foxx update. So, y'all know the past 2 weeks as I've been doing these videos, I've been talking about Jamie Foxx, how we don't know what the issue is, how we don't have any real answers. And I've seen people on Instagram and Twitter saying, well, why do y'all need to know? Because they put it out there. They told us. You know what I mean? When you put out a statement that, oh, my father has suffered a medical emergency, thankfully they got to him in time. He's now recuperating. We haven't seen Jamie. We haven't heard Jamie's voice. Anything like that. All these celebrities are popping up, right? Giving, pray for Jamie, pray for Jamie. People are going to be concerned. His fans, which we're going to be concerned, right? So, Jamie, news came out earlier this week that Jamie was being replaced on his show Beat Shazam. Nick Cannon is going to take his place for the filming this upcoming season. And people were like, oh man, that must mean it's really getting bad and yada, yada, yada. So then word was coming out that some of his closest friends were saying, hey, y'all pray for Jamie. You know what I mean? Y'all pray for him. Things are getting bad, y'all, y'all pray for him, do all this other type of stuff. So it was causing people to once again kind of feel a way, to be a little nervous, all that kind of stuff. So Jamie then took and I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any means, right? I'm not. But Jamie took to his Instagram and posted, appreciate all the well wishes, a very, very generic post. Now, until I see Jamie, until I hear Jamie, I'm still going to remain a little skeptical about what happened. I just am. We don't know. Now, I think, my gut is telling me he probably had, a very severe stroke. And while he might be awake and alert, he might not be able to talk or do any of that type of stuff. Again, this is all alleged. We don't know. But we know that he has taken to his Instagram, which I believe is I am Jamie Foxx, issued a little statement to kind of let us know that he's doing well, he's doing good for now. That's all we can ask for until we get some real updates regarding Jamie Foxx. Next up, we have Chanel Iman. Y'all know who Chanel Iman is? So Chanel Iman, y'all know she was married to Sterling Shepard for, I think they were married for at least 3 or 4 years. They separated, and she is now pregnant with her third baby with a NFL player for the Patriots named Davin Godchild. Okay, so this is going to be Godchild's second child. He already has a 7-year-old son named Davin Godchild II. And Chanel has 2 daughters already, 3-year-old Cassie and 4-year-old Callie, with her now ex-husband Sterling Shepard. The reason that this is news is because we thought they were still married because they were just estranged. Now, we know that they were separated. She has been dating Davin since, they're saying 2022, April 2022 is when they went public, when they made it Instagram official. Because that's when it's real, when it's Instagram official. So when they did that, that's when everybody was like, oh, okay, her and Sterling must be done. So her divorce from Sterling Shepard was finalized on April 19th. And as of April 28th, she is officially divorced. She is back to single status in the eyes of the government. And then on May 2nd, she took to Instagram, her and Davin did, to announce the pregnancy. She looks a couple months at least like she's showing heavily. So she looks, I don't know, maybe five months or so pregnant already. I wonder how that factored into the divorce. I wonder if Sterling and his lawyers knew she was pregnant. Because it's a huge coincidence for her to announce her pregnancy just 2 or 3 days after that the divorce was finally granted. But congrats to Chanel Iman. I think her and Davin make a really, really attractive couple. Their daughters are super cute. Her daughters with Sterling are super cute. Sterling, we've seen him kind of bounce around and move around. He was with Evelyn Lozada's daughter, Shanice, for I think a couple months. Then he was spotted with some other like socialite. So hopefully everybody in the end is happy and with the partner they are supposed to be with, because it's not supposed to be them together. All right. So the Brat and Jessica do part, the real BB Judy. They're pregnant. They are expecting. So Brat is carrying, as we all know. And for whatever reason, they decided to let us know the race of their sperm donor. Now, they did an interview with The Root, and they were talking, I guess, about the process and how that went. And this is what the Brat had to say. It came out that they started with thousands of candidates, and they were able to narrow it down to 300. And when they narrow it down, it's, making sure that, because it's Jessica's egg, so it's making sure that the sperm donor's genetics mesh well with her genetics, and, we're avoiding the risk of any major diseases or deformities or anything like that can come. So, plus it comes into effect of making sure that the egg and the sperm, get together and form that embryo. So, the Brat then went on to let us know that out of the thousands, when they broke it down to 300, there was only one black man in the group. Out of these thousands of sperm donors, the matches for them, the best matches, we'll call it, down to those 300, one was a black man. The Brat says, and that dude looked like Jiminy Cricket. I was like, I'm sorry, but that wasn't going to be my choice. She then went on to say, because we didn't have a lot to choose from, he definitely wasn't black, but I think we did a great job with picking. He's handsome, he's tall, and I think he's going to look beautiful with my wife's egg. I guess my thing with that is, it is a fact, right? There are statistics. It is a fact that black men are not rushing down to the sperm bank to donate sperm, right? So what did they say? I guess it was, I forgot what the percentage was, but it's a very small percentage. I feel like I'm hearing 25 from some reason. I feel like I read 25 somewhere, 25%. But it's not a high statistical number of black men that are donating their sperm, okay? But I feel like y'all didn't have to tell us this. Who asked? I guess that's my thing. Who even asked y'all? Because this really is just, y'all didn't have to tell us this. Nobody asked y'all whatsoever. I read the interview, and then nowhere did they say, so what, is y'all sperm donor black? Is it white? Like, that was never a question. Unless the interview that I saw was a redacted, edited version. Okay? So the Brat then, they faced major backlash because there was a lot of people that were just kind of, feeling like y'all just wanted to have a mixed baby. And if y'all just wanted to have a mixed baby, then just say that. Just say that. Y'all wanted to pick a white man. And if that's what y'all wanted to do, that's what y'all wanted to do. Who are we to judge? Who are me to judge, right? Ain't that what that one man that y'all like say, the delivered? Who are me to judge? So the Brat was, they're getting a lot of flack, a lot of blowback. So the Brat was underneath a Baller Alert post, and she said, to be clear, for all of those that are not aware of the many things we weren't aware of, here it is. Black men make up less than 5% of the donation pool. So 5%, not 25%. Furthermore, with the genetic testing that is specifically for looking into the diseases that humans carry, and inputting my stats into all the cryobanks. Is it cryo? Zero? Y'all correct me. Cryobanks. It went from thousands to about 300, and of that, only one was black. And he also unfortunately wasn't a perfect match. She then went on to say, so we actually waited a few weeks to see if the pool increased. But unfortunately, with the time frame we had to choose within 6 to 8 weeks, and there was no more new black donors that fit within the perfect fit with my genetic testing. Hopefully this headline that people are running with, excuse me, will educate more people that there's a huge gap in the sperm pool. Everyone have a great rest of your day. I thought that was Jessica's egg. Is it the Brat's? Nonetheless. So according to the Brat, we got it all wrong. You coming out and saying the man looked like Jiminy Crickets. That's not why you didn't pick him. It's really because he wasn't a perfect match. There is no perfect match, right? Because two people can lay down and that baby can still have some type of something that goes on with them. You know what I mean? Like, it happens. It happens. But again, like, this is true. Black men are not rushing out to the sperm bank. But I guess I've seen a lot of people say, why didn't y'all try a different sperm bank? I don't think it works like that. I feel like whatever process you're working with at the time, like you stick within their sample pool, and that's who you use. I don't think that you can just say, you know what, well, we're going to take our egg, and they live in Atlanta, and we're going to say, you know what, let's go see what it's like in Chicago. Let's go see what they got in New York. Let's go see what they have over in LA. I don't know if that's how it works. I have not been through this process. You know what I mean? So I don't know, like, the clear outline of it. And what the Brat is saying makes sense. Okay? Y'all went through the list of people. The black man wasn't a perfect match, so you decided to pick a white man instead. All fine and dandy. Why are y'all telling us? I think that's the thing for me. Why are y'all telling us? Why did this even come up in the interview? Why? Because then it's a lot of backpedaling and moonwalking. Because the Brat doing all of this underneath the baller alert Instagram post is really on some, I guess what I said came out sounding real ignorant and shallow. So now I have to, try to craft the thing, because she said that we're looking into the disease that humans carry. So we know you wrote this yourself and not a publicist. But I just kind of feel like y'all didn't have to tell us. Y'all didn't. Celebrities are going to learn one way or another, whether it's the hard way or not. Y'all do not have to say everything in that pops in your head. And it's wild because the Brat, you grew up. You came up in the era where I know you had media training. You know what to and what to not say in an interview setting like this. This should not have been said. It shouldn't have been said. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. At no point should y'all have ever been like, oh, yeah, we went with a white donor because the black one looked like Jiminy Cricket. I mean, we appreciate y'all for educating everybody. I don't think a lot of people, I didn't know personally that it was less than 5% of black men that were donating. I didn't know that. I'm sure they're looking for somebody. No, it can't even be y'all looking for somebody that make a certain amount of money, because that has nothing to do with it. So I don't know. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all think that, y'all agreeing with them? Do you think that whatever Brat and Judy decide to do is their business, which it is? But, why do y'all think they felt the need to tell us this? Why? I don't watch their show. So I don't know, what their train of thought is, how they operate, how they move or anything. We know that the Brat is still stuck, dressing like it's 92. They look like a Lisa Frank, trapper keeper. Because they're very bright and colorful and patterns and all this type of stuff. Let me know what y'all think about this. down below. Let me know what y'all think about this down below. The writers are on strike. So the Writers Guild of America is once again on strike. This is why they're on strike. They say the existing contract between the Writers Guild of America, the WGA, and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, which includes Netflix, Amazon, Apple, Disney, Discovery, Warner, NBC Universal, Paramount, and Sony, officially expired at midnight Pacific time, kicking off the walkout at 12:01 a.m. Pacific time on May 2nd. So while it is uncertain how long the strike could be in effect, the last strike did stretch 100 days starting in November of 2007 and continuing through February of 2008. I believe it's about pay. Here's the thing. I stand with it, although I hate that this is happening because, as we all know, that means that our favorite shows, such as Abbott Elementary, which is just top tier television to me, those shows are now, while a lot of these shows are gearing up to start writing and filming, really writing right now so that they can start filming. I think they start like maybe July, August, so then that way when the new television year starts, and which is typically September, we can get the new shows. It's not gonna happen. Y'all gotta pay these people their worth. Y'all have to pay these people their worth. You have to. There's nothing more to say about it. I saw some people writing to Quinta Brunson, who is the director, star, creator of Abbott Elementary. She was like, nah, I stand with my people. I'm gonna be right out on the picket line as soon as I touch down in LA. We have to start paying these people. We have to. And I know people are like, well, that's just going to make the Netflix price go up and all this other stuff go up. Y'all don't pay for it anyways. Don't y'all share passwords for all that stuff? What are y'all complaining about? People have to be paid their worth. So a lot of shows are going to be affected. I bet y'all know what shows won't be. Tyler Perry shows won't be affected because y'all know he is the writer's room. So we don't have to worry about anything Tyler Perry being affected. We know that Sisters is still going to be as terrible as it always is because Tyler Perry is doing that writing unless he puts himself on strike. So we'll see. I hope the strike doesn't last too long, that they are able to come to some type of agreement where they do get their money, where they do get what they feel they are worth, because they are, writers are on set sometimes. And while they are filming, they'll go in and quickly write something up or, switch up a new joke. It's not easy to write. You know what I mean? It's not easy to write a song. It's not easy to write a TV show. It's not easy to write a good TV show. People are super critical nowadays. So, kudos to them. I hope that it doesn't last too long. And I hope they get what they are looking for. Ebony K. Williams. Because this is what people want to talk about. Ebony K. Williams. Now, I didn't really know too much about her. From what I knew about her, I know she had a podcast with Dustin Ross from the Friend Zone. The Super Friends group of like podcasters with Kid Fury and Crystal and all of them. So I know that she had a podcast with Dustin. I'm not sure if they still do it. So I looked up a little background on Ebony. She is an American lawyer and television host. She co-hosts the late night talk show State of the Culture on Revolt. She co-hosted a talk show on WABC Radio in New York City, and she was a co-host of Fox News It was a co-host of Fox News's 2017 show, Fox News Specialist. If I'm not mistaken, she was also on The Housewives of New York, and I know that a lot of people blamed her for getting the show when it, New York went away for a while, and now it's coming back, I think, with some of the OGs. The only Housewives I watch are Atlanta and Potomac, so I really don't know. So, she was sitting down doing an interview, conversation, whatever you want to call it, with Iman Levinzant. During this, the conversation came up where Iyanna asked Ebony, would she date a bus driver? Now, I just read y'all all her credentials, right? Just read you all her credentials. A lawyer, a television host. She's on the Revolt Now. She's been on Fox News. She's been on New York radio. Right? She's a housewife. She is a former housewife. Aside from State of the Culture Now, I don't know what else she does. But she was asked, would she date a bus driver? She said no, unless the bus driver owns the company. I don't see a problem with that. I don't know where Ebony would be, where she would even be around a bus driver. And I'm not saying that to diminish bus drivers or anything like that. I have a lot of bus drivers in my family. On both sides of my family, my mom's side and my dad's side. A lot of people in my family, my cousins, my uncle, my grandfather was a bus driver. I don't see an issue with her saying that. I did look up some more stuff about her. The last guy that she was linked with was the CEO of a company. If that's the standard that she has, where she wants to date somebody that is a certain threshold of her, that makes a certain amount of money as her, she should have that standard for herself. I work for a Fortune 100 company. I am a product specialist. I make a decent amount of money. Are there professions that I will not date? I'm not going to say no, but I want to phrase this and that sounds terrible. I want to phrase it carefully. There are professions that I would prefer that the man I'm talking to, the guy I'm dating, not do, right? I have nothing against garbage men or fast food drivers or anything like that. Every single profession makes the world go round, right? My grandmother worked in the cafeteria. I have, my other grandmother in the cafeteria is like a dishwasher, so it's not to say that I think any position is below me, but where I am with my status, I don't want to date somebody that works at a fast food restaurant. I don't. And I don't think that means that I feel like I'm better than that person, but I have a standard. I am able to spend a certain amount of money on different things because I make more money. You know what I mean? So I feel like you have to date. I've always felt that you should date within your tax bracket anyways. I have always personally felt that. If you are somebody that is okay with dating below your tax bracket and you don't care what job anybody has, that's perfectly fine too. I think the real issue with Ebony is she made some other disparaging remarks. And people felt that she was like demeaning the job of a bus driver. She was demeaning, what they do. She felt that they weren't educated. She said something about them making C's and D's in school. She felt that she was on a specific side when it came to education, stuff like that. She made a lot of other ignorant ass remarks that did make her look a certain way. I saw that she was on the Breakfast Club and she was going kind of back and forth with DJ Envy, which I don't watch the Breakfast Club. I know a lot of y'all didn't like Angela Yee, but they need that solid female presence in there every week. And I know they're doing a bunch of different co-hosts. They need a more stable female presence in that show because it's too masculine. The show is too chaotic for me. But I know that she was on there. I don't know if she was a co-host or just on there interviewing. And her and Envy kind of went back and forth because Envy was saying how he felt that she was disrespecting that profession and how he feels that every profession should go around. I guess my thing is DJ Envy is a multimillionaire. He has been with his wife Gia since they were young. So they have grown up in the business together, grown up and got rich. DJ Envy, if he were to, let's say he was no longer with Gia, would DJ Envy date a bus driver, a female bus driver, he would not. He wouldn't. He wouldn't. And whenever Ebony tried to explain her stance, Envy would talk over her. He never gave her a chance to. He was way too emotional. And I've always felt that the Breakfast Club, especially Envy and Charlamagne, they are always so ready to try to jump down a woman's throat and attack her and throw her under the bus. And I think that's what's happening with the Ebony K. Williams situation. If she don't want to date a bus driver, why does she have to? Why is that such a big deal for everybody? Could she have said it a different way? Sure. But her sentiment, I don't have a problem with it. When you are of that type of status, she's not going to date a bus driver. Because again, where would she come into passing with this bus driver? When you look at the circles that she's running in, when she's clearly around like celebrities, she's clearly around other socialites, she's clearly doing that type of stuff, where would she even come into contact with a bus driver? Unless she's at the grocery store or she's at the pharmacy or something like that. But I feel like a lot of people nowadays, especially those type of people that can get spotted when they're out the house, they have assistants. They use like delivery services. They use Instacart. They use that type of stuff. They're not just going out. Like I would be very shocked if it came out that Ebony was sitting at home making her grocery list and then getting dressed in some sweats and a t-shirt and going down to the Whole Foods and doing all her own grocery shopping herself every single week, to where she would meet a everyday average person. I think what happens is so many times people are projecting. Right? So you have somebody that is sitting here projecting, and y'all get on Instagram and you get on Twitter and you talk all this mess and you get on your soapbox and you're spewing this and that and the other, when if it came down to it, for some of you ladies, if you met a man, if you were making a certain amount of money or higher, you were at a certain level in your life, you would not date a bus driver either. And it's not to say that that person is beneath you or anything like that, but you have to date people that are just on what you consider your level is. There are different layers to this. This man could very well be a bus driver, but then he turns around and let's say he owns, a couple other businesses, and he just wants to do this to have, I don't know, because he likes to drive. Who knows? But I feel like if that is her preference, why is it a big deal? I don't see why it's a big deal. Y'all hop in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about the Ebony K. Williams situation. Was it her tone? Was it some of the other comments that she made? Was it what she was referencing? Was it what she was insinuating? Y'all hop in the comments down below. Let's talk about it. If you have not already, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one for something. We'll talk about something later. Peace.